top story right now, a terrorist attack in France has left dozens dead after a truck drove into a crowd of people watching Bastille Day fireworks. Here's what we know so far. The death toll has risen to over 80 people. Of the injured, over 15 are in critical condition in hospital. The driver shot dead after an exchange of gunfire with police. French President François Hollande has come out and said that his country is under the threat of Islamic terrorism. Now, for more on the attack, here's CNN's Scott McLean.
Well, the numbers are devastating, as is the nature of this attack. At least 84 people are dead, more than 100 are injured after the driver of a truck opened fire on a crowd of people and then plowed through a celebration on the streets of Nice, France, on the French National Day. The attack started just after the final fireworks went off.
Tourists and local residents were packed into the famous Promenade des Anglais when a man turned a large white truck into a mass casualty weapon. The driver drove the truck for more than a mile, zigzagging through the crowds. Witnesses say they saw the truck accelerate while hitting people.
You see this panel truck coming into our field of vision and just, plowing through the crowd in front of us.
There was screaming and people running literally for their lives.
The streets were flooded with people celebrating France's Bastille Day. An investigation is underway, but it is unclear at this point whether this was a lone wolf attack or if a larger group was involved. So far, no one has claimed responsibility. In an address to the nation, French President François Hollande announced he is extending a state of emergency in his country by 3 months. France has been the target of a number of attacks over the past 18 months, including last November's Paris shootings, which left 130 people dead. Hollande insists his country will persevere.
She is strong, and she will always be stronger, I assure you. Will always be stronger than the fanatics who want to strike her today.
Meanwhile, President Obama, he condemned this attack and offered France any help it may need with its investigation. For Breakfast Television in Toronto, I'm Scott McLean.
And Donald Trump is postponing his announcement to name his vice presidential pick, which had been set for this morning. The presumptive Republican nominee shared the update on Twitter, saying he's delaying the announcement in light of the horrible attack in Nice. It's not clear when he'll now make the official reveal. There are reports that Trump offered Indiana Governor Mike Pence the job yesterday. Last night's attack reopens deep wounds for the people of France, who have experienced 2 other major terror attacks over the last year and a half. The first, of course, is the attack on the Charlie Hebdo magazine offices and nearby grocery store back in January of 2015. The shootings left 12 people dead. And then, this past November, a series of attacks in Paris, including the massacre at the Bataclan Theater. In total, 130 innocent victims were killed. A tragic end to Alberta's Amber Alert. The missing 5-year-old girl has been found dead. And the man already in police custody before the heartbreaking discovery is now charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder in the deaths of the child and her mother. The suspect, Edward Downey, has an extensive criminal history. That's according to Calgary police, and has been showing little cooperation with officers since he was apprehended Wednesday night. Investigators believe the 46-year-old was the man spotted by witnesses with Taliyah Marsman as she pulled a suitcase wearing polka-dotted boots, possibly the last time she was seen alive. The little girl was reported missing early Tuesday morning after her mother, Sarah Bailey, was found dead in their home. Police believe the 5-year-old girl was killed before their search began. The girl's body was found off a roadway in a rural area outside of Calgary. Officials say the mother was likely the target.
Mr. Downey is known to both, or all 3, Sarah, Taliyah, and the father, Colin. We believe that to be the case.
Would have he been a trusted family member?
I don't know the level of trust there would have been there, but I believe they're known, definitely known to Sarah and Taliyah.
An autopsy will be performed on the girl's body today. So far, no cause of death for the mother has been released. Now, Downey will remain in police custody until his next court appearance that's set for next Wednesday.